The three-member Caricom team departed Guyana Monday after submitting their damning report to GECOM. In the report, the Caricom team noted that nothing prevents the chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission from declaring the results of the recount, which has shown a victory for the People's Progressive Party. The team, in its report, stated, and I quote, "The national recount process, then, despite some of its minor flaws, is not an indictment of the 2020 polls, and the team categorically rejects the concerted public efforts to discredit the 2020 polls up to the disastrous Region 4 tabulation. Despite our concerns, nothing that we witnessed warrants a challenge to the inescapable conclusion that the recount results are acceptable and should constitute the basis of the declaration of the results of the March 2nd, 2020 elections. Any aggrieved political party has been afforded the right to seek redress before the courts in the form of an elections petition." End quote. The Caricom team acknowledged that while there were some defects in the recount, the team did not witness anything which would render the recount, and by extension, the casting of the ballot on March 2nd, so significantly deficient to have thwarted the will of the people and subsequently prevented the election's results and its declaration by GECOM from reflecting the will of the voters. The actual count of the vote was indeed transparent, the Caricom team noted. The team stated that the imprudent public utterances of some GECOM commissioners and others about migrant voting, phantom voting, and implied impersonation sounded an ominous tone for the elections. As such, the team has recommended a political audit to be conducted of the operations and behavior of GECOM, both of the commission and the secretariat. Meanwhile, the team noted that the recount process was designed to be long and drawn out, and that the objections which were raised were a clear political exercise by the APNU-AFC to prepare for a legal challenge to the process. They concluded that delay was deliberately built into the system, given the work plan produced by GECOM, and that the process could have been accelerated without sacrificing the vaunted and necessary transparency of the recount process. The work plan was produced by GECOM Secretariat, headed by the Chief Elections Officer, Keith Lowenfield. In the team's assessment, it said many of the issues which emerged at the recount and which contributed to excessive delay proved to be a political exercise and was done primarily with the political objective of preparing the groundwork for a post-recount legal challenge. The Caricom team said it was of the firm opinion that the decision to insist on the elaborate checklists for the recount was a questionable one, indeed a bad decision, which contributed to the lengthy and unreasonable length of time to recount the ballots. Reporting for the newsroom, Fariza Hanif.